Happy Tuesday. It's Monday.
Monday.
Happy Monday. You can definitely tell it's Monday around here because
There are 5 children in the studio.
There are 5 children.
3 under the age of 18 months.
We have a bathroom baby who is actually my baby today.
Yeah.
Another baby whom Becca is holding, and then we'll proceed to put into a dog bed, which pretty much no dogs
Don't call
have slept in.
CPS on us.
Don't call CPS. It's fine. And then
It's basically a dock-a-tot, which if you aren't familiar is just, but a
so
lot
we have
cheaper.
A bathroom baby, a dog bed baby, and a
Duna,
he's actually
infant
fine.
carrier. Yeah, he's
fine. He's in his car seat. And then Becca and Fallon, who are super self-sufficient. But 5. We have 5 children here. Thank you, Becca. My schedule's a little bit crazy this week, so Becca graciously thought to bring her zoo here to let us go live on Monday. So thank you, Becca, for that.
Yes, no problem. No problem.
But how have you guys been? How was last week? We were liveless last week. Becca was living it up at a wonderful camp trip, which she greatly deserved. And I went up. We visited with Becca, had a grand old time. It was phenomenal. But I hope you all got to rest and relax some. Today you can tell I'm giving maximum effort with my hat on and my non-ONL shirt, so apologies there. But if you're brand new here, welcome. My name is Rachel. The voice you hear is Miss Becca, and we have so many children here. And we're owners and craft educators at Oak and Lamb, and we like to give you guys content that is pre-recorded as well as live like today. So today's live is going to be a nice, short and sweet live about a really great piece of home decor that you can make super easily. I'm making this for one of my really good friends, but you can make this for anyone in your life. They're super popular in nurseries, which is why I'm making it for my friend. Of course, color schemes, all up to you, all of that. Now for supplies today, they're super minimal. We have a Cricut. We have some vinyl. We have a 24-inch mat because our wood rounds are 12 inches. So because of that, we're going to make a design that's a little bit larger than that. So it requires a 12 by 24 mat. I have pre-painted these. This one I have just painted. This one I have painted and added a little bit of spray sealer to. The paint is just white acrylic paint. The spray sealer we're using is Rust-Oleum. We love Minwax, but this Rust-Oleum is really nice though. The only reason I put a little bit of sealer on there is to allow our vinyl to stick a little bit better to this. Now, why would I do that? Because with a regular acrylic paint, especially one that is a bit of a matte finish, I wouldn't say it's powdery, but sometimes it doesn't allow for adhesive vinyl to stick super well. So if you don't have any heat transfer vinyl, which you absolutely can use heat transfer vinyl on painted or stained wood, as long as that paint or stain has been cured and dried for a very long amount of time, you can use heat transfer vinyl. Today we're using regular adhesive vinyl, so I wanted to get our base a little bit of a glossy finish to help that vinyl stick really well. So that's why I sprayed it with a little bit of spray clear sealer. We also have a piece of transfer tape, and that is it. This is going to be super easy. Now we'll chat about ways you can finish this up with some dried flowers or resin or beads or things like that. But we're going the super simple route today and then allowing you and your imagination to kind of run wild. Now, if you are brand new to the channel, welcome. We're so glad that you're here, that you spent a little bit of your day with us. We have a wonderful membership website here at Oak and Lamb, and if you would like to join today, you can use the code FUN, F-U-N, at checkout to get your first month with us for only $9.99, which is amazing. So we have cut files with free commercial use licensing, free courses to help you master your Cricut, a member-only podcast, member-only videos, as well as an exclusive Facebook group, which is most of our members' favorite perk. Ask any and all questions you have about that. Click the very first link down below to join with that incredible offer, and we can't wait to welcome you to the flock. Okay, that's all for supplies. Let's head over to Design Space. It's a super easy like design concept for you today. So this is what the finished project is going to look like. I've went ahead and curved these edges here so you can kind of see. We're using 2 different fonts. You guys know the drill. Don't ever pay for fonts. You can always find fonts for free. One of our favorites is defont.com. And if you're wondering how to download fonts onto a desktop, we have a video coming out this week about that exact thing. So that's going to be a great little training for all of you newbies out there. Now, these are the 2 things we're going to be cutting today, so I'm going to slide those down here. Here's our circle. All I did was went into basic shapes, grabbed myself a circle and changed it to the color white. That's all I did. Now, as far as the text today, we have 2 texts that we're using. For Addison, like the big, beautiful name here, we're using affirmations. And for this little one, we're using butterfly kisses. Use whatever you have, honestly. Anything will work. All I did for this little strip here, which I kind of went back and forth on if I wanted to get paint and add some painter's tape, paint like a strip in acrylic paint on the board itself, and then add a vinyl name over top of that. But I really wanted the negative space here to match exactly to the Suzanne down here. So I opted to go like a stencil route. So I'm actually going to be placing this on here, and that's it. Like, it's going to look kind of like a stencil, but it's actually going to be really pretty with this Suzanne. So if you have enough vinyl, you can absolutely do that. If you don't, you can add this as a stencil. You can paint it, or you can paint a long strip on your actual base with some painter's tape, and then just add a vinyl saying, instead of doing it like with the negative space like I did today.
Lots of different options. I like all those different options.
And if that doesn't make sense, it will make sense in a minute when I show you on the physical round. But we got these from Temu. I will link them down below. I think I've linked everything but these because I was trying to find the actual link for you guys and ran out of time. But they're just 12-inch rounds. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, your local craft store, Amazon, honestly.
And Rach, we had a question. Did you have to sand those before you painted them?
I sanded them extremely lightly. Like, they were perfect. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
But just because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and I knew I was going to be adding vinyl to these, I just really, with a sanding block, lightly sanded them.
Especially because they're painted. If they were stained, it might not have been as crucial, just look-wise.
100%.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and grabbed a square. I'm going to unlock that square and stretch it out to be the length of my circle. It can be over the length of it. That's totally fine. So what I'm going to do here is add that. Let's just pop our color on that we like. And now we're going to grab a text box. Now, I remember the text the font I used. Now, that is going to be our lower name down here, which is going to match perfectly to that same color. And then we're going to get another text box. And I don't know about you guys. This is personal preference 100%. But when I'm working with fonts like this, I don't know why I gravitate towards all lowercase. I really don't know why I do that.
I'm the same way.
But I do. I gravitate towards all lowercase. I think it looks really uniform and really, really pretty.
Yeah, I think the capital letters sometimes makes it look like the sizing looks different.
I agree. So you're going to size this up. Now, again, it doesn't matter that this one's perfectly round. This was literally just to show you what the finished product is going to look like. It doesn't matter if these are rounded or not, because we're actually going to take an X-Acto knife and round those out, because it's going to be darn near impossible if I was to cut this piece out right here, that little pink piece, to line it up exactly on the round that's the exact same, like to the millimeter. So we're just going to take it, add it on like this, so it's going to have a little overhang, and we're going to take our True Control knife and really, in a nice, uniform way, slice that off of the edge. So it's going to look great either way. Now, what I'm going to do here is take this. I'm going to hold down Shift and grab my square as well. Now you can see they're both highlighted here. I'm going to click Align, center this up. And what I'm going to do here is take this, unite that together, hold down Shift again, grab that, and we're going to slice that out. So we don't need that, and we don't need that. So that's what we're going to cut out, is like this panel right here. And we're going to just add this to our wood base, cut that out, slice it to the side, that's it. Now again, there's a lot of different ways that you could go about doing this. A lot of them might be more complicated or less complicated than the one I've shown you today. I think that it's the easiest route to take is the one I've showed you today. So this actually, how's she looking? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So that was for visualization. You don't really need that. You have everything sized because you put the round in here in Design Space the exact same size as your base. That takes all of the question all of the worry out of that, which is a phenomenal thing to do. If you ever can place your exact dimensions onto your mat in Design Space, please do that. Now I'm going to flip this around just because I know how much I've got here on my mat. Now you can see this goes down a little bit past that 12-inch mark. I don't even have that much vinyl, and that's okay. I'm going to finagle this on the mat a little bit because, again, we're going to be slicing off the very ends of this, so we're going to definitely make this work. This is not heat transfer vinyl, so we do not have to mirror it. Got to plug up my laptop here. It's going to connect for me. We're using the Explore 3 today. I absolutely love the Explore line of machines. Love them. We're going to use the premium vinyl removable mat setting. As far as I know, our blade is pretty good. So let's see. Let's go overhead first. So the vinyl I have on the mat right now, I'll show you guys. If I put it right up in the corner and brought it down, it's only going to go right to the 12-inch mark, which the digital mat went all the way down here. So I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit and bring that down a smidge, bring that down a little bit, and just kind of try and make up the difference there. Now again, it doesn't have to be super perfect. In a perfect world, you would have enough vinyl to where you wouldn't have to be on the struggle bus like me. So don't do this if you don't have to. But I love this color, and Becca has probably told me 7 times to order vinyl. Yeah, I haven't. So
it's not just your fault.
So it's teetotally worked with what we've got here. And I love this color popping off this white. Now we have oodles of black and white, but that's boring. I wanted to use a color, channel my inner Becca, you know. So we're gonna use this, and the Cricut might not cut up there and right down here, but again, we left a little bit of overhang to compensate for this issue. Now at home, you won't have this problem, but this might be a good little, I don't know, training if you happen to be like, I want to use this scrap of vinyl. How do I make it work? This is a good little way to see that. But like I said, this is a great door hanger. If you want to put your last name, if you want to put welcome, if you want to, you could print and cut a photo on this bad boy. But again, we're going to use this particular one as like children's room decor or whatever, but you can really do whatever you want with it. If you don't plan on putting vinyl on this and just stenciling it with paint, you don't have to seal this. Again, we used a little bit of spray sealer, and I did this today. So I just did it a few minutes ago, maybe like an hour ago by now, and it worked perfectly. Now, while that's cutting, let's talk about how you're going to finish it. So we have some beads. We have some dried flowers. What was on the original inspiration for this? Because I'm not at all taking credit for this project, not happening. I did see this, I think I saw it on TikTok, so this is not my project, but they had wooden beads like butted up against each other all around it. Now that would have been like 20 bucks worth of wooden beads. Also, this is a super thin piece of wood, so they probably would have just went flying off everywhere. If you can find a thicker piece of wood, or you could glue a couple of these together to compensate, and you had some natural wooden beads to glue all the way around here, that would be gorgeous in my opinion. You could have little beads like this if you're wanting to add little clusters of them. You could add silk flowers if you want to, dried flowers if you want to. You could put Mod Podge around the edge and use glitter if you want to do that. There's seriously so much that you can do to take these to the next level if you want to do that. You can take jute and wrap it around the edges a couple of times to give it a little bit of a rustic look. Totally up to you. This is looking good. This is looking good. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I think we're rocking and rolling. We might be off by a smidgen. We're looking pretty good, actually. We're looking pretty good. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is save our scraps. So the tools that you're going to need is a true control knife. You're going to need a weeding tool. And is that it? I think that might be it. Okay. I haven't used a 12 by 24 mat, Becca, in forever.
Yeah, you just don't need to a lot.
Which is good. Save the scraps. Save them, especially since we're quickly running out of any color of vinyl that's not so boring. Now, rule of thumb with vinyl, always bray your vinyl back down after it's cut. That True Control, no, that's not a True Control knife. That fine point blade does a wonderful job at agitating all of that vinyl with that blade, and you want it to be sticking on that backing super well. So, I'm going to remove all this junk. Just like that. Beautiful. One of 5 children are mad. I think those are pretty good odds, personally.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it. I think those are pretty darn good odds. Yeah, I think we're off by just a smidgen here. That's okay. We did our best today. Now, again, I'm making this look kind of like a stencil, so I'm removing this instead of the other part. Okay.
Does the top of the eye have a dot? It needs to be removed.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Got it.
That looks much better. Much better. Ugh, this color looks horrible in the camera, Becca.
It does. It looks
Ugh.
orange.
Guys, no, this is like a gorgeous, I don't know, salmon-y, pinky.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very pretty. I'm going to place this down. Just like that. Boy, I cut that a good size. It's almost like I'm a professional. Okay. Remove it from the mat. I remember when we were teaching our class a couple weeks ago, and when me and Becca would show them to remove their vinyl from their mat upside down, it would like blow their minds. It was so fun. I love teaching beginners. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove this. Working with gravity here. Now remember, we also have our little name down there, so you want to be careful not to, of course, like throw this away or anything, because you're not done with it. That came off like a dream. But you can see here, we have more room over here than we have over here. So we'll have to see how it's going to fit on here, because we had such little space to work with. We'll have to see. I think we can even it up pretty good. Now, it doesn't really matter where you place this on here. I mean, you know, you can play, it's a round. It's round, so you're really not going to mess it up. So I'm going to get on top of it. I'm going to pull my table down a little bit. The key for placing anything like this is to be over top of your project so you can see if it's even or not. Or have a buddy with you, like I could annoy Becca. Except Becca's going to the bathroom, so I'm all on my own. Thanks, Becca. Thanks for nothing. Okay. Placing it down. Oh no! Oh no! See, did you hear how good that sticks though? Since I put that little sealer, bit of sealer on, it's really sticking well. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. 3rd time's the charm here. I keep laying it down before I'm sure about it. Trying to make this good and in the center. Okay. Now, so I like to start in the center and bray my way outward, like that. Now you can remove your transfer tape. Everything's sticking down beautifully. Gorgeous. Okay, now, look at this. Suzanne, our transfer tape's gonna fit beautifully right here. Look at that. I'm going to take some scissors, cut that off. I can bring my table back up. I remember when we were working with Courtney at MGL, and me and Becca are pretty tall, and Tanner's, you know, he's a little bit shorter, but, you know, definitely not as short as Courtney. And Courtney would come on to do any craft or film any video, and let me tell you, she'd be like, guys, how do you even work with a table this high? Like literally, she could barely see over the table when we had it where we wanted it. Bless her heart. Okay, grab your True Control knife. Make sure it's a nice sharp one. Okay, and we're gonna take this Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do it like this, or you can flip it over. I would recommend flipping it over and doing it like this. So I think we have a, Becca, don't we have a 12 by 12 self-healing mat? Like not a big one? Ah, there she is. He's mad. He should cry a little bit. I don't know. I think he's okay. So I'm flip this over. I mean, you can do it like that, shave it off, but I'm just going to flip it over like this. And make sure I'm not angling in too much, just kind of straight. And just hugging that wood just like that. Perfect. Flip it, do the same thing. Hug the wood. Gorgeous. Now when you flip it over, look how cute. I dropped my cap. Look, my cap. Got it. Okay. Now, and again, let me talk about what I was meaning. What I meant was, you could do something like this, or you could take another one, okay? Like put painter's tape, like here, in here. You guys see where I'm going with this? And then paint it. Like take some paint, paint it, remove that, add your vinyl, then add, you could either do a vinyl stencil, and so you could be the same color, or you could do regular vinyl like I did. There's just a lot of different ways you could do this. So I definitely think my way is quicker and easier. Now last one, you want to offset this a little bit down here. Want to hug the side here a little bit, just like that. Just like that. Look how stinking cute that is. It's adorable. Putting stuff back where it goes so Becca don't fuss at me. I'm kidding. Becca doesn't fuss at me. Now you can finish this off again as many ways as I mentioned. You could go the route of beads. You could go the route of glitter. You could do flowers. If you wanted to do like cover this in resin, you could put like some flowers around here, some little dried flowers. Cover. Now I would probably suggest AB part resin. This is quite large, unless you just did a very small amount of resin. We're done though. I told you I was going to try and make this one quick. With 5 kids, sometimes that's what you want to do. Isn't she cute? Now, of course, for boys, do a different color. If you want to cut out some little race cars or something like that, or if you want to hand paint like a little road, like going through it, that would be super cute as well. If you want to add some photos, that's really cute. There's a lot you can do with stuff like this. This is just a really good like base type of project. Again, if you're using adhesive vinyl, I wouldn't say the key, but I think it really, really helped, especially if you're a beginner, to add a little bit of spray sealer there to make it super easy to put that vinyl on. Don't obsess over curving the edges. I mean, that was insanely easy to take your True Control knife and just cut those edges off. So don't obsess over that. Yeah, I mean, if you happen to be a Cricut beginner and you are watching this, Oak and Lamb is kind of designed for Cricut beginners. We have a lot of training when it comes to Cricuts, whether you have a Maker series machine, a Explorer series machine like the one we use today, or a Joy. We have training on all of those different machines. If you happen to just need a good refresher and you're a member, all those are free to you as well. We also have within those a design space overview, which is about 45 minutes long. It might be over that. And it's an amazing, exceptional, really slow-paced course if you need to know the in and outs of design space, which is arguably the most difficult part of Cricketing, is learning design space. Super easy. You guys will nail it for sure. So let me know if you have any questions at all. What sealer do you recommend? Griselle, we like Minwax spray sealer. That's really great. The one that we have today is Rust-Oleum. Yeah, Rust-Oleum clear enamel. Honestly, I liked it a lot too. It comes out in a really, how do you say that? It comes out really in a small area. Like you have to make sure you're like far away and really covering it. Whereas the Minwax one has like a tip on it that kind of has like a sweep. It's got like a sweep on it to where it comes out in like a big strand. You can kind of cover more area. lighter. This one kind of comes out in a concentrated spot, so you have to like move it around. But I do like this. As far as sealing, if you want to seal this, I would go resin. That's probably what I would do. But you don't have to seal it, especially if this is hanging in your kids' room or something. You don't have to seal it. Now, if you wanted to leave it simple like this and hot glue some jute, or if you wanted to get some twine or some pretty ribbon or something like that, I've seen a lot of moms of girls actually make one of these and make the ribbon to hold it super long and clip the little girl's bows onto it going up. That's adorable too. So totally up to you, whatever you want to do. A lot of ways you can go though. Big polka dot bow, Jan. Big polka dot bow, yes. Yes. Becca didn't get out of screen as she ran by. You guys got to see a flash of the redheaded Barbie. You're lucky. She looks much better than I do today. Yeah. She's going. And she's rocking a child with 4 more in here. It's just how it goes. It's one of those days today. Everyone click the thumbs up button to show our love for these hardworking ladies. Thank you. You're so sweet. Well, we hit 30,000 this week. Jan.
It was my birthday wish to hit 30,000, so I really hope that we do.
Guys, their birthday, I say her birthday, but it's the twins. Their birthday's on the 28th. That is Wednesday. If you want to contribute to a cause, please subscribe if you haven't already.
It's free.
It's free to do that. It takes absolutely no time out of your day, like 2 seconds. And click the bell to get notified when videos like this come out, because we go live and we post pre-recorded content all throughout the week. But it's Becca's birthday wish, and I really want to give Becca everything she wants for her birthday. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We would absolutely love that. Join if you haven't already. Use the code FUN, F-U-N, at checkout to get your very first month for $10 off. That's an amazing value. You can get plugged into that Facebook group, see all those incredible courses, and learn to love Oak and Lamb. I mean, we're an amazing community here. All we want is for you guys to be well-rounded crafters. And we don't just craft with the Cricut. We do a lot with our laser cutter. We do a lot with sublimation, with woodworking, sewing, home decor. We work with resin all the time. We do a lot around here. So if you're looking for a community, that is us. Look no further. Thank you all so much for a wonderful live today. Make this for your babies or your grandbabies, or for your front doors with your last name or something like that. Use the tips and tricks we've given you today to level up your crafting every day. That's what we hope. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you Thursday.